And this is just at regular shopping?
Regular shopping.
Got it.
Happy holidays. Thank you very much. Y'all take care now.
What's holiday table?
Holiday table is like to order turkey or pie or something like that.
Oh, got it. Yeah, I'm looking for oh, never mind. Bait right in front of me. Excuse me, miss. Are these the only dates you have, or do you have any pitted ones? Where that guy with the bag is?
Yeah. But there's some right there.
Okay, thank you. Ah.